Hi class, how's it going today? We're going to be going over 4 different tricks. We're going to be doing roll over, take a bow, say your prayers, and cover your eyes. Today I brought Ember with me. Ember is one of my 3 Aussies. She's a very smart dog. She does some tricks already. She's actually working towards her novice trick dog. And she is several weeks pregnant, so she looks a little on the chubby side. But with these exercises, these tricks, it'll actually work out really nice because they're low-key. There's not a lot of jumping involved. All right, we're going to start with roll over. Ember, come. Down. When you're doing roll over, what you're going to want to do is get your dog in a down position. You're going to be wanting to use your treats, and also many times I will use a clicker depending on the tricks that I'm doing. I have found the clicker works extremely well. To get your dog to start, all right, you already have her in down position. You're going to want to take a nice tasty treat. In this case, I'm using cheese. You're going to want to get your dog, bring it to the shoulder, and as you can see, she's rolled over. In this case, I would go ahead and give her that treat. She's actually working towards the direction that I want to go. So we've got her part way there. So again, we'll take our treat. And again, so she got it part way through. So again, I did give her her treat. And now what I want to try to do is get her to go the rest of the way. Good girl, good job. In most cases, when you're teaching a trick, come down, you won't really be using a cue word. I mean, in this case, we're teaching roll over, and as she starts to get it, I'll bring in that word. But initially, all you're doing is using the treat, and I'm basically luring her into the position that I want to go. I will start to use the word roll over because she knows this, and actually using a treat here is actually slowing her down. Remember, roll over. Good girl. Come here. Down. Now here that's using the treat, but she should do this just on cue now. Ember, roll over. Good job. As you can see, I was actually trying to get her to roll one way, but as with a lot of humans and dogs, they prefer one side over the other. And when she just did that on her own, that's the side that she really prefers. All right, our next trick we're going to move on to is take a bow. Again, I'm going to be using treats to kind of try to lure her into position. And in this case, I'm actually going to be using a clicker. We discussed this last week, and hopefully all your dogs are clicker charged now. What we're going to want to do is she needs to be in a standing position. And what I will be doing is I'll be taking my treat, and I'm going to be pushing it towards her nose and down. What I'm looking for at this stage is just to get her knees, her elbows actually, to either get really, really close to the ground or actually touch. And at that time, I will click her. Amber? Stop. Good girl. Good job. As you can see, we did practice this a little bit before the video, so she does have a little bit of the technique down already. One of the things you'll want to be careful with, and I'm going to try to attempt it with her here. Amber? Stop. She wasn't doing it, but if you hold your hand, actually she just did it as I stopped. If you hold your hand down there too long, there's a very good opportunity the dog will lay down, and that's generally caused by the handler holding the treat too long. So again, as your dog's learning that trick, you're going to want to really make sure that just before their elbows touch, or as they touch, click and treat. As she gets better, you'll be able to actually get her to hold that. You will hold your treat a little bit and then click and treat and get her to wait. If you're having a real difficult time, you can actually, Ember, you can actually use your leg. Come here. Or your arms to hold her up. Good girl. And again, I held my hand a little bit too long. And it's just a matter of time and a little bit of practice, and then she'll be doing it on her own. With a female dog, you can actually say curtsy And a male dog, you can say bow. Our next trick, say your prayers. To do this trick, you actually need the dog needs to know paws up, which is one of the tricks that we've learned previously. So in this case, I'm just going to do a paws up on my arms. Ember, paws up. Again, she didn't do that correct, so I just kind of want to put her back down and we'll try again. Ember, paws up. Again, she is new to this one. Ember, paws up. Good girl. And I know you probably didn't see it or hear it, but I actually clicked for that because she did a very good job. Good girl. Good job. And like I say, the clicker for me works extremely well. Ember, paws up. Stay. Stay. Now when you start to do teaching the say your prayers, what you're going to want to do is you want her to actually put her head between her legs. So in this case, I'm actually going to bring the treat down below, and I clicked her. And as you notice, she did really, really well. Okay, good girl. We'll go ahead and try that one more time. When you're doing this trick, it actually works a little bit better if you have a nice stable chair or a couch even. Something that's a little taller than your dog, so she can, or hit your dog, so that she can, Ember, leave it. Good girl, come on. So that they can actually get up a little bit. You don't want it too low. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. Ember, good girl. Stay. Prayers. Now in this case, she took her leg off, one of her paws off my arm, so I don't want to treat for that. I think she knows this enough where she shouldn't have to do that. Prayers. Good girl. Good job. So as you can see, and as she's getting better, I'll actually want to delay that treat again, and I can use the word wait to get her to hold that position a little bit longer. Down. Our next trick is cover your eyes. Here it would be very difficult to shape your dog into this position. It probably would not get it very well. So what we actually want to do is encourage the dog to do the position that we're requesting. And in this case, I want the paw to come up over the nose and over by the eye. To do that, you can either use a piece of tape or you can use just a simple sticky note. I like the sticky note just because I don't think it's that sticky. It doesn't stick to the dog's hair very well, whereas some tape could be very sticky. Now in this case, I'm going to be putting the tape right over by her nose. Oops. Maybe not sticky enough. Good girl. And as she went for that, I actually went and I clicked her. One thing you want to learn, when you have a clicker and your dog is clicker trained, you want to make sure that you always treat if you give a click. Do this again. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. As you can see, she was a little hesitant the first time, and after that she started doing better. I'm going to use just another piece because it's not very sticky here. Okay, good girl. Okay, good girl. Now as she's starting to do that, I'll actually want to start bringing in a verbal cue, which is cover your eyes. And later on, you'll actually be able to use more of a hand signal, which would be just bringing your hand up over to your eyes. A couple problems that you may have here is the dog won't actually want to go for the paper. They'll just kind of look at you. And then you want to try to use maybe a little bit more of an excited voice and go, come on, get it, get it. And as soon as they paw up, you're good to go, click and treat. Another problem you may have is the dog will shake it off. That's where I actually like the dog laying down, so I like to start training it. But you can actually do this in a sitting position with your dog too. Thank you. If you have any questions, just let me know.